We want to look out for the YNs, the aimless, the lost. It's like Peter Pan and the Lost Boys. He shows up or acts his age. Just is what it is. Maturity, even deeper, because YNs might be some ONs. But the facts are, it's still the same mentality up here. His mental capacity is not developed. You notice it quick enough. Doesn't matter how they look. Doesn't matter what they've accomplished. Doesn't matter their age. If mentally they still a YN, still a little boy. Or translated to aimless, lost, doesn't belong to anything, doesn't have a purpose, doesn't have a cause. You know what this is. He has a small or limited view of life, the world, and his awareness of self. You have to understand, somebody who's never grown has never viewed the world any differently. You can, take them out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of them. And I'm not speaking to a specific demographic, because mentally, that just is what it is. If survival, living by the gun, dying by the gun, whatever comes with that aimless life, gang activity in the streets, illegal activity, all kinds of risk, that small or limited view, without an understanding for what you do today affects you tomorrow. That's going to be his vision. That's going to be his dreams. That's going to be his legacy. All these things are of impact to you if you latch on to that. And that's the type of man that you choose to follow. I say man loosely, because as you can see, these aren't that MGM standard. The only thing that I acknowledge as a man around here. Everybody else, males, boys, guys, whatever else you want to call it. The awareness of self as well. We know how children operate well. If you're a parent, you know how children operate. If you've seen children, you know how children operate. That same thing is a lack of self-awareness, comes along with maturity. Another thing that you'll look out for, his standards, his values, his structures, and life energy are intolerably low. Why do I say they're intolerably low? Ladies, let's be honest. After you get to know him, after you flip through that book, and if it's a children's book, it's a quick one, right? So after you get to that point, you're feminine. Your emotions, your feelings, you want excitement, you want joy, you want experiences, you want maturity, you want depth, you want laughter, the lightness, you want all of it. Well, if somebody has only expanded themselves to a certain degree, their life energy, this is the type that's going to sit around on the couch, do some drugs, drinking. I mean, as fun and as deep as that experience gets, illegal activities, yeah, sure, there's a realm to play in. But again, children's book, after you close that, after a couple of chapters, you're going to want to put that down because there's nothing else there. Day in, day out, because there's no imagination, there's no vision, there's no goal, there's no direction. It is aimless. When these things show up, read the signs, heed the warning, get the f out. You are his top priority, his validation, his fulfillment. Are you hearing how deep it goes, ladies? Don't get me wrong. Don't be honored. You want the queen and princess treatment. That's cool. And sniff out, be on the lookout. When I say top priority, remember, mature, grounded, masculine man, his purpose, the difference that he makes in the world, the masculinity, mature, grounded masculine, answers the question, who am I? That's the difference in the world it's going to make. That's how he treats his woman, how he treats his children, the feminine, the community in his life that he covers and protects for. Well, if you are the highest of that hierarchy, do you hear what I'm saying? You are his top priority, his top sense of validation. You are his arm candy. You are what qualifies him as a man to him. You are his fulfillment. Do you want all that pressure? Does that sound like a man of value, someone that you want to follow? You're the best thing in his life. Please hear me with the straight, authentic talk, the real talk, ladies. Sounds nice. That is not what you want. You want a man who's up to something. You want a man who you can respect and admire. If you are the most brilliant thing, the most brilliant dream in his life, to have a partner, to have a woman, that's it. That's the peak and pinnacle. It kind of gives you how far his vision is going. And that's something you want to keep in consideration for yourself, because again, that's what you're attaching yourself. What this can turn up is also some twisted, dysfunctional dynamics of power and respect, resembling the mama's boy. Now, I'm not just saying that it's going to be you duking it out with his mom for attention. What I'm saying is that the dynamic, because you are such a high priority, because mentally in his dynamic, so much of his world is going to be built off of you, you will have that sort of impact. And again, do you want a mature, grounded, masculine man that you can follow, respect, admire, a leader? Or do you want YN, aimless, or somebody who's going to be a mama's boy, paired to you at the hip, unable to think, create, live for themselves, give you experiences because they're only doing what makes you happy? Similar to the nice guy. There's going to be a lot of similarities paired to all these, and all these signs and factors Just as much as I say that the feminine covers the entire spectrum, ladies, men as well, we're both two sides of the same coin. Men can have all different variations, stages of all these archetypes within one man. So these are just the signs in general. Not that this is one blanket classification for these are types, even better, archetypes within men. You may see a blend of all. Look out for the same reasons. Go the other way. So with that, what are the dangers that come along with the YNs, the aimless man? His masculinity is immature. It may occur as grounded, but what that means is that it lacks maturity and responsibility. Remember I said all the illegal activity out in the streets? See, it's immature. Masculine energy, just like in little boys, boisterous, rambunctious, loud, can't be tamed. Now without maturity, that's a dangerous thing because it is reactant. No different than your own feminine energy, it follows that emotion, how it feels. So if it's not grounded masculine energy, it's liable to go off. It's not capable of holding down maturity because when it gives way to emotion, whoever gets caught in the crosshairs, whoever catches a stray, whoever runs into problems along with. Have you ever seen these ladies, influencers, getting caught up in the news, caught with narco type drug busts? Was that their MO? Is that how they was rocking and living, or were they partnered with somebody? Some of these YNs and aimless. Now, maybe they got something tucked away on the side for when they get out, but do you want to have to go through something like that? I mean, that's the situation, though, and that's the danger that's going to be there for you. His immature masculine, the visions that he has, remember, they're limited. They're that of a child, playing little child's games. They're not going to be making the big boy moves. The Sean Combs, oh no Diddy, right? But Sean Carter, Jay-Z is not going to be making an empire, being a mogul, or things like that. The black excellence, Beyonce, Jay-Z, it's not going to be that kind of vision. You might be Bonnie and Clyde, and we know how their story ended. So those are the things that you got to keep in consideration for yourself, because that's the danger you may be walking into. Another danger that comes with the YNs and the aimless man is that he lives fast and he dies young. Really the same thing I was just talking about. Careless consideration for his life choices and those around him. Don't be surprised if some gang violence or something comes knocking at your doorstep. Don't be surprised if some baby mamas comes knocking at your doorstep. Anything that requires his responsibility, you are dealing with the maturity of a young boy, adolescent, not a grown man. So what comes back home, you're going to have to deal with. Sow those seeds along with them. And once again, his stunted development will stunt your feminine elevation. He cannot contain beyond himself, so he cannot contain you. He cannot contain your emotions because he can't contain his own emotions. Again, ladies, you're wasting your time with this type of man. And the last danger, you might be able to guess it. Bodies count. He's still potentially fertile, and he will occupy your mind, body, and energy. If allowed, ladies, I'm telling you how to clear the board. Like, if you get washed up and stuff, let's just make it a clean break, because you want to be open and available. And these dangers will keep you away from your mature, grounded, masculine man. If that's something you're playing the game for, sex, dating, relationships, I'm Big Bro here, just trying to give you that knowledge. Keep in mind, every single one of these men that can avoid. And I say this because if these signs aren't immediately clear and you're living your best life, enjoying your single life, like I talk about and tell you to, you may be caught up vested. You may be caught up emotionally entangled. You may be caught up physically entwined. We know when the intimacy gets involved, it may turn things up. He may make you feel something. He may put you in a situation to experience something you have not experienced before. But again, begin with the end in mind. As I talk about before, having your ideals, you got to be listening for all of it. And this is why I'm giving you these red flag notifications. So you just keep it in the manual in your back pocket. Did he say oh, you look nice, guy? Aimless? No, thank you for your time. We'll go ahead and call it here. I'm trying to give you the cue to exit. All right.